If you have diabetes, prediabetes, or high blood sugar, you may have heard that certain herbs can help support healthier blood sugar levels. Cinnamon, fenugreek, bitter melon, ginger, turmeric, ginseng, aloe vera, and garlic. These natural foods and herbs have been used in traditional diets for generations. And today, researchers are studying how some of their compounds may affect blood sugar, insulin sensitivity, inflammation, digestion, and metabolic health. But before we go any further, we need to be very clear. Herbs are not a cure for diabetes. They should not replace medication. They should not replace blood sugar monitoring. And they should never replace advice from your doctor.
This is especially important if you take insulin or diabetes medication because some herbs may lower blood sugar and increase the risk of hypoglycemia, which means your blood sugar drops too low. So today, we are going to talk about 8 herbs and natural foods that may help support blood sugar control in some people. Not as magic pills, not as a replacement for medical care, but as part of a bigger lifestyle that includes healthy food, movement, sleep, stress management, regular checkups, and taking medication exactly as prescribed. Let's begin with number 1. Cinnamon. Cinnamon is one of the most popular spices people talk about when it comes to blood sugar. It is warm, sweet, familiar, and easy to add to food. Some studies suggest that cinnamon may help support slightly lower fasting blood sugar in some people, although the results are not always consistent. The reason cinnamon gets attention is because it contains plant compounds that may influence how the body handles glucose. Some researchers believe cinnamon may help improve insulin sensitivity, slow how quickly carbohydrates are broken down, or support healthier glucose metabolism. But here is the important part. Cinnamon is not a diabetes treatment, and more cinnamon does not mean better results. There are different types of cinnamon. Cassia cinnamon, which is common in many grocery stores, contains a natural compound called coumarin. In large amounts, coumarin may be a concern for the liver in some people. That is why the safest way for most people is to use cinnamon as a food spice, not as a high-dose supplement. Add a small amount to oatmeal. Sprinkle it on plain Greek yogurt. Add it to chia pudding. Use it in coffee without sugar. Put it on sliced apples. Or mix it into a smoothie with no added sweetener. Cinnamon can help make healthy foods taste sweeter without adding refined sugar. And for many people, that may be its biggest benefit. It helps you enjoy better meals. Because when healthy food tastes good, you are more likely to keep eating it. Number 2. Fenugreek. Fenugreek seeds are small, golden seeds with a flavor that many people describe as slightly bitter, nutty, and almost maple-like. They are used in Indian, Middle Eastern, and North African cooking. And they have gained attention because they are rich in soluble fiber. Soluble fiber is important because it can slow digestion. When carbohydrates are digested more slowly, glucose may enter the bloodstream more gradually. That means blood sugar may rise more slowly after a meal. This is one reason high-fiber foods are so important for people with high blood sugar. Fenugreek seeds also contain plant compounds that researchers are studying for their possible effects on insulin and glucose metabolism. But again, the key word is support. Fenugreek is not a substitute for diabetes medication, and it may interact with medications that lower blood sugar. It may also cause digestive side effects in some people, such as gas, bloating, or diarrhea, especially if they take too much too quickly. A food-based approach is usually more practical. Fenugreek can be added to soups, stews, curries, or spice blends. Some people soak the seeds before using them. Others use small amounts of fenugreek powder in cooking. If you are not used to eating it, start small. Your digestive system may need time to adjust. And if you are pregnant, taking blood thinners, or using diabetes medication, talk to your healthcare provider before using fenugreek supplements. Natural does not always mean risk-free.
Number 3. Bitter melon. Bitter melon is one of the most interesting foods on this list. It looks like a bumpy cucumber, but the taste is exactly what the name suggests. Bitter. Very bitter.
It is used in many Asian, Indian, Caribbean, and African cuisines, and it has been studied for its possible effects on glucose metabolism. Bitter melon contains natural compounds that researchers believe may act in ways that support how the body handles glucose. Some research suggests it may help lower blood sugar in some people, but the evidence is still mixed, and results can vary from person to person. This is why bitter melon should be treated with respect. It is a food, but it can have strong effects. If someone is already taking insulin or medication that lowers blood sugar, adding bitter melon supplements or extracts may increase the risk of blood sugar dropping too low. And low blood sugar can be dangerous. Signs of low blood sugar may include sweating, shakiness, dizziness, confusion, weakness, fast heartbeat, hunger, or feeling suddenly anxious. So bitter melon is not something to casually combine with medication without medical guidance. If used as food, it is often cooked in stir-fries, soups, or stuffed dishes. Many people balance the bitterness with garlic, onion, spices, lean protein, or healthy oils. And here is a useful point. The bitterness itself is part of why bitter melon is interesting. Many bitter plant foods contain powerful compounds that interact with the body in complex ways. But bitter does not automatically mean safe. So if you have diabetes, especially if you take medication, speak with your doctor before using bitter melon supplements or eating large amounts regularly. Number 4. Ginger. Ginger is one of the most widely used medicinal foods in the world. It is spicy, warming, and commonly used for digestion, nausea, inflammation, and immune support. When it comes to diabetes, ginger is being studied for its possible role in insulin sensitivity and metabolic health. Some research suggests ginger may help support healthier fasting blood sugar or improve certain markers related to metabolism. But as with many herbs, results can vary depending on the person, the dose, the product, the diet, and overall health. What makes ginger especially useful is that it is easy to include in real meals. You can add fresh ginger to stir-fries, use it in soups, add it to tea, mix it into sauces, use it with garlic and vegetables, or add it to a smoothie without extra sugar. Ginger can help make healthy meals more flavorful, and that matters more than people think. Because one of the hardest parts of changing your diet is not knowing what is healthy. It is making healthy food taste good enough that you actually want to eat it again tomorrow. Ginger can help with that. It can make vegetables more enjoyable. It can make soups more satisfying. It can replace sugary sauces with real flavor. But ginger can also interact with certain medications, especially in higher supplemental doses. If you take blood thinners, diabetes medication, or have a bleeding disorder, it is smart to ask a healthcare professional before taking ginger supplements. As a cooking ingredient, ginger is usually a safe and healthy choice for many people. But concentrated capsules are a different story. Food first. Supplements only with guidance. Number 5. Turmeric. Turmeric is the bright golden spice that gives curry its yellow color. Its most famous active compound is curcumin. Curcumin has been studied for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, and researchers are also studying its possible role in insulin resistance and metabolic health. This matters because type 2 diabetes is not only about sugar. It is also connected to inflammation, insulin resistance, liver health, body weight, sleep, stress, gut health, and cardiovascular risk. So when people talk about turmeric, they are often interested in the bigger picture, not just one blood sugar reading, but the inflammatory environment inside the body. However, turmeric has one major challenge. Curcumin is not absorbed very well by the body on its own. That is why some supplements combine curcumin with black pepper extract, also known as piperine, to increase absorption. But higher absorption can also increase the chance of interactions with medications. So once again, the form matters. Cooking with turmeric is different from taking a concentrated curcumin supplement. You can add turmeric to soups, lentils, rice dishes, roasted vegetables, eggs, or warm drinks. It pairs well with black pepper, ginger, garlic, and olive oil. Used in food, turmeric can be a flavorful part of a healthy eating pattern. But high-dose curcumin supplements may not be right for everyone.
People taking blood thinners, people with gallbladder problems, people preparing for surgery, or people on multiple medications should be especially careful. Turmeric is not a magic cure, but as part of a colorful, plant-rich diet, it can be a useful spice. Number 6. Ginseng. Ginseng has been used for centuries in traditional medicine systems. There are different types, including American ginseng and Asian ginseng. Some studies suggest ginseng may have a small benefit for blood sugar control in some people, but results are not always consistent. The effects may depend on the type of ginseng, the preparation, the dose, and the person using it. Ginseng is often marketed for energy, stress, focus, and metabolism. But that is where people need to be careful. Just because a supplement is natural does not mean it is gentle. Ginseng can affect the body in multiple ways. It may interact with diabetes medications, blood thinners, immune-related medications, and stimulants. Some people may experience headaches, sleep problems, digestive upset, or changes in blood pressure. So ginseng is not something to randomly add to your routine because a label says energy or metabolism. If you are interested in ginseng, talk to your doctor or pharmacist first, especially if you take medication. For people with diabetes, the concern is not only whether something lowers blood sugar. The concern is whether it lowers blood sugar unpredictably. You want steady control, not sudden drops, not interactions, not guessing. That is why blood sugar monitoring matters. If you add any supplement that may affect glucose, your healthcare team needs to know. Number 7. Aloe vera. Most people think of aloe vera as something you put on your skin after a sunburn. But aloe vera gel has also been studied as an oral supplement for blood sugar and metabolic markers. Some research suggests oral aloe vera gel may support certain blood sugar measures in some people. But this is one of the herbs where caution is especially important. Aloe products can vary a lot. Aloe gel is different from aloe latex. Aloe latex contains compounds that can act as strong laxatives and may cause cramping, diarrhea, electrolyte imbalance, and other problems. Some aloe products may not clearly explain what part of the plant they contain. Quality matters, purity matters, dose matters, and safety matters. If someone has diabetes, kidney disease, digestive problems, or takes medications, oral aloe should not be used casually. It may lower blood sugar and may interact with other glucose-lowering treatments. So if you hear someone say, just drink aloe for diabetes, be careful. That advice is too simple. Aloe vera is not automatically safe just because it is a plant. For skin use, aloe gel is common. For oral use, you need much more caution. If you are considering aloe vera by mouth, talk to a healthcare professional and choose products carefully. Number 8. Garlic. Garlic is one of the most common kitchen herbs in the world. Most people use it for flavor. But garlic also contains sulfur compounds that researchers have studied for heart health, inflammation, blood pressure, cholesterol, and metabolic health. For people with diabetes, garlic may be interesting because some research suggests garlic may have a small effect on blood sugar and other metabolic markers. But the safest and most practical way for most people is to use garlic as food. Add it to vegetables. Use it in soups. Mix it into beans or lentils.
Cook it with fish, chicken, or stir-fried greens. Add it to homemade salad dressing. Use it with olive oil, lemon, and herbs. Garlic can help make healthy meals taste better without relying on sugar, heavy sauces, or too much salt. And that matters. Because if healthy food tastes boring, most people will not keep eating it.
Garlic can make diabetes-friendly meals easier to enjoy. It can make vegetables taste better. It can make beans and lentils more satisfying. It can help you cook at home more often. And cooking at home gives you more control over sugar, refined carbohydrates, sodium, and unhealthy fats. But garlic is still not something to ignore completely when it comes to safety. High-dose garlic supplements may increase bleeding risk in some people, especially if they take blood thinners or are preparing for surgery. Garlic may also interact with certain medications. So using garlic in cooking is usually very different from taking concentrated garlic capsules. Food first. Supplements only with medical guidance. Now let's step back and talk about the bigger picture. These 8 herbs may be interesting. Some may support blood sugar in small ways. Some may help with inflammation, fiber intake, digestion, meal quality, or metabolic health. But none of them are more important than the foundation. The foundation for diabetes care is still the same: a balanced diet, regular physical activity, healthy body weight if needed, good sleep, stress management, blood sugar monitoring, medication when prescribed, and regular medical care. Herbs can only be considered an add-on, not the main plan. Think of it like building a house. Medication, nutrition, movement, sleep, and monitoring are the foundation and the walls. Herbs are decorations. They may add value. They may make the house nicer. But they cannot hold the house up by themselves. And this is where many people make a dangerous mistake. They hear about one natural ingredient and think they can use it instead of proven care. They stop medication. They stop checking their blood sugar. They stop going to appointments. They believe natural means safer than medicine. But uncontrolled blood sugar can damage the body silently. Over time, high blood sugar may affect the eyes, kidneys, nerves, heart, blood vessels, and brain. That is why diabetes management has to be consistent, not extreme, not based on fear, not based on miracle claims. Consistent. Now let's talk about how to use herbs more safely if you have diabetes. First, use food forms before supplements whenever possible. Adding cinnamon to oatmeal is very different from taking high-dose cinnamon capsules. Cooking with turmeric is different from taking a concentrated curcumin extract. Eating garlic in a meal is different from taking multiple garlic capsules per day. Drinking ginger tea is different from taking high-dose ginger supplements. Food forms are usually gentler and fit naturally into meals. Second, check your blood sugar. If you add a new herb or supplement, especially one that may affect glucose, pay attention to your readings. Do not guess. Your meter or continuous glucose monitor can tell you how your body responds. Third, avoid stacking too many things at once. Do not start cinnamon, bitter melon, fenugreek, ginseng, aloe vera, and garlic supplements all in the same week. If your blood sugar changes, you will have no idea what caused it. Fourth, watch for low blood sugar. This is especially important if you take insulin, sulfonylureas, or other glucose-lowering medications. Low blood sugar can be dangerous. If you feel shaky, sweaty, weak, confused, dizzy, or suddenly anxious, check your blood sugar and follow your medical plan. Fifth, tell your doctor and pharmacist about every supplement you take. Not just prescription medications, not just insulin, everything. Herbs, teas, powders, capsules,
Natural products. Your healthcare team cannot protect you from interactions if they do not know what you are using. Sixth, be careful with pregnancy, kidney disease, liver disease, surgery, blood thinners, and multiple medications. These situations raise the risk of complications or interactions. And finally, remember that quality matters. Supplements in the United States are not regulated the same way as prescription drugs. Products may vary in strength, purity, and ingredients. Look for reputable brands and third-party testing when possible. Now let's quickly recap the 8 herbs and natural foods. Cinnamon may help support slightly lower fasting blood sugar in some people and can make healthy meals taste sweeter without adding sugar. Fenugreek is rich in soluble fiber and may help slow carbohydrate absorption, but it can affect blood sugar and digestion. Bitter melon contains compounds being studied for glucose metabolism, but it may lower blood sugar and should be used carefully with diabetes medication.
Ginger may support insulin sensitivity and metabolic health, and it is easy to add to real meals. Turmeric contains curcumin, which has anti-inflammatory properties and is being studied for insulin resistance. Ginseng may offer small blood sugar benefits in some studies, but results are mixed and interactions are possible. Aloe vera gel taken orally may affect some blood sugar markers, but product quality, safety, and dosage are extremely important.
And garlic may support metabolic and heart health, but concentrated garlic supplements should be used carefully, especially with blood thinners or diabetes medication. The main message is simple. These herbs may help support blood sugar, but they are not cures. They are not replacements for medication.
And they are not more important than the basics. If you have diabetes, the most powerful approach is not one miracle herb. It is a daily routine that supports your whole body. High-fiber meals, protein at each meal, fewer sugary drinks, more vegetables, regular walking, better sleep, less stress, taking medication as prescribed, and checking your blood sugar consistently. Herbs may support the journey, but your daily habits drive the journey. So here is the question for you. Have you ever tried cinnamon, bitter melon, fenugreek, ginger, turmeric, ginseng, aloe vera, or garlic for blood sugar support? If yes, which one did you try? Let us know in the comments below. And if this video helped you, share it with someone who has diabetes, pre-diabetes, or high blood sugar. But remind them of this: natural does not always mean safe. And safe diabetes care should always include your doctor, your pharmacist, and your own blood sugar monitoring. Subscribe to Lean Life for more simple, science-based health videos. Thanks for watching. Stay healthy, and we will see you in the next video. Medical disclaimer. This video is for educational and informational purposes only and does not provide medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Herbs and supplements may interact with diabetes medications and may cause blood sugar to drop too low in some people. Always consult your doctor, pharmacist, or qualified healthcare professional before adding herbs, supplements, or natural products to your diabetes routine.